Hey everybody, it's Mage Captain Gilshanks, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X, the No Sphere Grid Challenge. I apologize for not having a video out sooner, but, I'm walking to the wall again, but, there's actually a reason for that. Kinda had a failed recording and saved over that file, meaning that I had to play through the entire game again, which isn't really all that much of a setback, seeing as how it's only about, like, less than 2 hours, pretty much, but I just really wasn't in the mood to do it. And B, on top of that, I really wasn't in the mood to play the game over the last couple days, which, if all I had to do was record a video, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but seeing as how I had to do the entire thing over again, that was actually a serious problem, so, yeah. Now, the good news is, I didn't actually have to start all the way from the beginning, because I just so happened to have a file that was at least up to the underwater ruins, so that's still pretty nice, so I only had to play from there. And that's the reason why, when you see Titus, he's not going to be named Tedious, because this was an entirely separate file I just happened to have on my memory card. So, for the sake of re-getting this footage, I'm doing that. But then we're going to go back to the other file where he's actually named Tedious, and it's, all the right names and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I haven't taken care of that. We just rescued Yuna, who was actually the apprentice summoner of Besaid Village, and now she's sort of showing us what she can do. She's summoning our first Pokemon here. And speaking of Pokemon, that brings me to my next point. You can actually name these Aeons. Because, needless to say, we're going to be going around and collecting more Aeons, so we can actually name them, much like how when you catch a Pokemon, you can actually name them too. So, figured, why not actually name them after Pokemon? Because that's something I've yet to see. I mean, maybe other people have done it. I'm sure they have. But at least as far as YouTube goes, I have yet to actually see that happen. So, I think I'm going to be naming this guy after Pidgeot, just because he's a flyer, and he doesn't necessarily have any kind of particular element attached to him, so he's kind of like a normal flying, and of course, Pidgeot's gonna be the first thing that comes to mind, even though it doesn't really necessarily look like it. But it's all fine and good. Okay, Yuna, you can stop petting the thing now so I can name it, thank you. I'd really like to get on with this game now. Because I do apologize for not having a video for several days now, but I've just had a lot of crazy shit going on, and on top of that, I gotta be in the right mood to record, because if I'm not, then the videos suck ass. And what's the point of putting that out? Because in the future, all that's going to be here is this archive of videos I've already recorded, so even if the process is a little delayed now, I guess in the long run it'll be better, because it'll be better videos, I suppose. But enough of that shit. We are going to name our Valifer now. That's the actual, official name is Valifer, but we're going to name it Pidgeot, because I just like the idea of coming up with all these different names and all that kind of fun and good stuff. Okay, hopefully it would be funny if I didn't remember how to spell the damn thing. I hope there's a G in there. Okay, so we're just gonna go back and forth now, back and forth. I'm glad I'm going with Pidgeot, not Pidgeotto, because I don't think I'd be able to fit that. Yep. Okay, and if I did spell this wrong, then...
I remember.
Okay, well, I never said spelling was my subject.
We talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed. For everyone. For me.
Yes, yes. You just keep going on with your hammy dialogue, Titus. We are going to, hopefully load the screen any second now. Thank you. I guess the game heard me.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team.
The only thing I don't understand is, didn't we already introduce ourselves to the team on the beach? Didn't we just sort of show up and the whole team was already there? So, I don't know. I mean, I know that that Titus didn't necessarily join yet, but even so. Oh, look at all the massive ass shots. Look at this.
Hi guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best.
I dare you guys to even try to find one of these characters whose names you will actually remember. Even though they haven't actually revealed the names yet, but they're going to, in the future, and I still don't know any of their names.
Every opposing team to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
Easy as cake. Oh, yeah, especially. Can't wait to show you guys that match. Oh my god, that is definitely not one of my favorite parts of the game, but at least it's pretty short, so I can't complain much about it.
Victory! Victory!
Yeah, Titus is a lot like how I was in gym class. Everyone else was focused on the sport. I was just focused on, flirting with the girl on the other team. But then again, that's just because I don't really give a shit about sports. That's just always how I've been. So we're going to go over here now, and we're going to talk to Yuna, because I guess Titus is starting to feel kind of antsy here. And not really giving much of a shit about the sport either.
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with. I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to... Guess I kind of overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Do you think I could become a Pokemon Master? Hell yes, I do.
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
Yeah, high five! Oh, shit. Sorry about that, Titus. That was a
You
burn
can
right there.
Tell me all about Xanarkand.
She's cute, yeah?
I don't know. It's pretty much the same thing. So let me just go. There's really no consequence for whatever choice you pick. Actually, I kind of like staring at the screen just of the fact that, like, the animation keeps going. I never noticed that before. He just keeps nudging him in the arm and then just repeats. Kind of like a GIF. Anyway, if you say yeah, Waka just goes, don't get any ideas. And Titus is just like, hey, well, what if she comes on to me? And if you say she's not my type, then I think, like, Waka will just be like, good, and then Titus will just say the same thing. So we're just gonna go with this, because I always like picking the asshole option.
Then we're cool.
Okay, so it's then we're cool.
Hey, but what if she, like, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
Alright, let's do this. I'm getting tired. I'm getting really tired of these people, so let's go to sleep.
Good.
Got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. We gotta grind up some levels. We gotta grind up some overdrives. We have to, well, actually, we don't have to grind up levels necessarily, but more so we have to grind up money. See, normally we would be grinding up levels, but seeing as how this is the NSG challenge, it's actually, we're going to be grinding up for money more so than anything, and overdrives, and, you know, as for why we're going to be doing that, I'll get to it then. But first, we have a little bit of a dream sequence here. It's all pretty nice. I like the way they tell the story through, dream sequences, and they sort of go over all of Titus's little insecurities and things like that.
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
Oh, he's dreaming about setting sail with Yuna by themselves.
Really sure this is okay?
Oh.
Would you take me?
Though the funny thing is that, I can't really mention it yet because it's actually about to happen, but as soon as it does, I'll actually...
You said you'd go with me.
Actually, he never did say he'd go to Xanarkand with her.
I thought Waka told you not to.
See what I mean? This is, okay, this is the part I was talking about. I actually picked the she's not my type option, so then Waka never actually did say don't get any ideas. Yet this dialogue still takes place anyway, even if you say that. So I always thought that was pretty interesting, that they didn't really account for that other situation. I don't understand what the point was of that option, because it doesn't actually change anything. So the story still progresses as it does. And now we have Titus's father, the douchebag of the year. He's pretty much the char dad of video games. Excluding Pokemon, of course. But yeah, he's just a major dick to Titus pretty much throughout his entire childhood, and you know, Titus has all these insecurity issues mainly due to his father, who's sort of an overbrooding prick.
I hate you.
And this kid literally dreams about just having the chance to tell his father how much he hates him, and he was never able to do that because his father just sort of disappeared a long time ago, as we were sort of told indirectly back when we were in Xanarkand, the fact that he just disappeared one day.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Man, look at those belts. Oh, Tetsuya no more. Oh my god! Freaking CGI titties, man. Look at them tickle bitties. My god. I don't understand why someone would actually dress like that. I don't even understand, like, even from... It just makes no sense. Why are you wearing a winter coat that exposes shoulders? I don't understand. First of all, it's a tropical island. There's no reason for a fur coat. Second of all, I know that's really not what I should be focusing on, but I don't know. That's something I've just never understood. But it's just Tetsuya Nomura for you. You know, he just mix and match crazy colors, focus very heavily on asymmetry, and just put a ton of zippers on it.
Chapu. You look like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full-time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Alright, enough of that shit now. And we were going to save real quick. Actually, I don't even know. You know what? I don't even want to trust it just in case this is another failed recording. But we're going to go outside now. Because it's pretty much, at long last, our chance to escape Besaid Island and set out for some adventure finally. This is the part where the plot really starts to begin. I know, up to this point it's just been very exposition-y, but, you know, we're finally about to, you know, assemble our party and take on the great unknown. We're going to set sail and explore the world and all that fine and good stuff. But first we have this really cool sword here. I always thought this was a really awesome sword. Now, despite what it looks like, it doesn't actually give you water elemental abilities, at least for now. It will later. But for the time being, it's a strength plus 5 percentage booster, which I'll actually go over once we have a chance to look at our inventory screen.
Yuna came to this village 10
And
years
so it'll be
ago,
pretty cool.
when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together. You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
Okay, off we go.
And so we are off at long last. Does I just see a chest up there? Okay, never mind. We'll go back for that later, if anything. Okay, so now we're gonna set out this. Oh my god! Okay, so this is the first in a number of scripted battles, and this is gonna be kind of a pain in the ass. So we're gonna get through this as quickly as possible. Now, this is just sort of going over a little bit of a tutorial. Now, when it comes to these wolf-like beasts, Titus is the best for handling them. So you usually want to save, you know, save them for him because he's the one who's gonna do the most amount of damage. So that's pretty simple and straightforward. They're gonna get a little more complicated here, but you know, nothing that's really all that complicated to handle, or to understand at least, or whatever. Now this is a flying type, so sword-based attacks and things of that nature aren't gonna be very helpful. But Waka's projectile ball attack is actually pretty helpful, so you want to save the flyers for him. So that's the first of our scripted battles, and unfortunately we are gonna have some more coming up. But you know, that's pretty much the one annoying thing about this area, and this is pretty much the end of it as far as scripted battles go, up until we actually get a couple more party members. So for the time being, this is pretty much the worst of it, so I just want to give you guys a heads up. So we're going to keep going this way now, and we're just going to keep making some progress. Of course, you're automatically going to get cut off by these, and normally I would cut out these battles, but seeing as how they're an actual, like, a scripted process with actual sort of built-in cutscenes, I don't feel right skipping them, so that's why we are going to show them. So of course, they force you to make Titus fail at this, because this is a blue flan. So in other words, it's a water element flan. There are 4 elements in this game: fire, water, ice, and thunder. Needless to say, water is weak against electricity, though strangely electricity is also weak to water. And in the same way, fire and ice are also weak to each other. So that's basically how it works. There actually is, there's no connection between all 4 of them necessarily, but you know, I guess they keep it simple because it isn't Pokemon. So now we bring in Lulu, and Big Tits McGee here is actually our black mage of the group, and she's going to use her giant tits in order to use electricity magic against this blue flan. So, let's do that as soon as the cutscene stops. Okay, I already explained everything, my god. Okay, so, you want to use Thunder real quick on the blue flan, and that pretty much takes him right out. Now, for those of you who actually like the idea of grinding for overdrives, which I am going to explain pretty soon, the blue flawns are kind of the guys that you want to keep alive because they're going to be the hardest to kill regularly, so you can actually do a lot of damage to them without having to worry about necessarily killing them. So, let's go into the next area now, and I gotta say, I love this friggin' music. Which, of course, I don't think they're playing anymore because now we're in a friggin' cutscene. Ah, you gotta love that lip syncing. That forest makes it look so damn huge, doesn't it? I guess they can't represent the entire island. They can only represent a little bit of it, but it's like, you walk up like a little bit of a path. It takes about 30 seconds to do it without battles. And of course, like, you know, they make it seem like it's so friggin' huge. I guess they did the same thing, though, in Destiny Islands and Kingdom Hearts. Like, there are so many sections of Destiny Islands that you never actually got to see, or you never got to play on. And hopefully, you know, if Kingdom Hearts 3 ever comes out in, like, the next century or so, then maybe we'll actually be able to do that. So first things first, I am going to save. So we're going to take care... Oh my god, we have another cutscene first.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chappu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat. That should do it.
Alright, I would say that sums it up for about now. But the thing is, I kind of want to keep going just a little bit and just get some of these scripted battles over with. So we are going to save. And let's keep going forward because we have a couple more scripted battles. And I want to get those over with. That way I can just sort of grind in between videos instead of having to grind in the middle of a video. Even if it is off screen, it's still just easier that way. Oh, actually, you know what? Never mind. We have something coming up here. Ah, crap. We have a lot more scripted battles now that I realize. Alright, so never mind. I'm going to end things off here. Thank you guys for watching. In the next part of Let's Play Final Fantasy X, we're going to finish up going through the end of this whole Besaid segment. And we're going to get on the ship and we're going to see what's next. See you guys next time!